Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Kylie and you are in my high tunnel. Actually, this is my second video. Oh my gosh, I'm getting distracted. Hello, beauties. This is my second video of the night. Today is September 6th. Tonight I'm in here and we're gonna harvest some green beans because, yeah, I got a lot of green beans. Well, I actually have green beans and yellow beans. I should have some purple green beans. I have my Roo apron on here. And I've had this Roo apron for years, and I think I've used it for fun things, but in reality, unless I'm harvesting peas, I haven't had really anything that felt like I could put in here. Carrots get really dirty. Things just get really dirty. Tomatoes you could squish. Green beans or peas are like the perfect thing to harvest. So I am just going to come through here and I'm going to pick and yak. And who knows what we'll find. This pathway was clear and you could walk straight through just a few weeks ago. She gone. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start at the bottom. So I'm seeing so many green beans that I need to pick, but I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up. So that way, yeah. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of squash. Oh man, big, massive freaking squash. That's a squash baby right there. Oh, there's a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here and harvest tomorrow. The pigs and the chickens have been like really digging it. They love the squash. We just have way too much. I think I'm seeing some Armenian cucumbers in here. Sweet, I didn't know I had any. There's a ton. Look at these. There's a bazillion. There's a bunch more. That's amazing. Okay, I gotta harvest some beans. I'm gonna flip you around. Let's get to it. Did you hear that? Hello? If there's some creature in here, I'm gonna freak out. Sound like a frog, hopefully. Hello? Come in peace. Anyway, okay. Whoa! Oh, baby. Oh, that one broke. Getting some. I was gonna like yak with you guys this whole time, but I have this entire row of beans and the other side, and it's gonna take 20 years. I'm gonna get this done super quick. I'll see if I can set you up. Yeah, I don't think I have I didn't bring my tripod, so yeah, I don't know what to do. We're just gonna harvest beans. I gotta go in. I started on the second row, but my apron is so full of green beans. They're dumping out as I'm bending over. So I'm gonna have to come back in the morning and finish the second row. Talk about abundance. I'm gonna have to figure out how to can green beans. Oh man, this is amazing. Or if we don't eat them fresh. All right, see you in the morning. This squash, guys, has made it definitely all the way across, and now it's almost to the bottom. It is the next day. I harvested so many green beans in that little purple Roo apron that I filled it up, and it was it was getting super heavy. So I brought in this guy. I'll link these below for my Amazon store thing. And yeah, if you guys want to buy from that, that's fine. If you don't, that's also fine. But I got to about here. I have the rest of the bed. It's out of control, if you can even call this a bed. How about this rest of this area? Because she's crazy. And I'm gonna harvest the rest of these green beans. I have dated before. Holy crap, how have I not noticed you? Guys, look at this peach tree. Hello, beauty. She grew. She grew. You's a beaut. Yes, you is. We just got him this year. She's doing so good. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing peppers. Talk about a burden of abundance right now. It's a glorious time to be alive in the high tunnel, guys. Glorious time. And these green beans have meant a lot because I've always wanted to grow them. When I was a little girl, we lived in a little city in Oregon called Brownsville, Oregon. And next door to us, we had a Mennonite family. And I remember that they always had a garden, and there we became friends with them, and I would always go. I remember, I don't know if I was allowed to, I'm assuming. She was always so sweet to me, but I'd go over to her garden and she had a trellis of green beans back there, and I would just munch on them. So coming into my high tunnel and just being able to munch on all the green beans I want, even though I'm growing bush beans and not pole beans, just brings back a lot of those core memories that you kind of forget that you have. She would have this pantry door around the other side of her house. We lived in a town at this point. This was before we started living on farms. And she had this pantry door we'd go to the side of, and I just remember knocking. Guys, when I lived in this house, I was no older than 4. I think we moved when I was 4 or 5, so I was pretty little. And I remember this clear as day. Gardening is just, oh, I loved the garden since I was a little girl. And we'd knock on the pantry door, me and my sister, and she'd come out and she'd have this pickle jar, and she canned a million pickles, and I just remember we'd be eating her out of house and home of all those pickles. And yeah, so those are just some special memories that I have of my childhood here in Oregon. Well, some of them. There's a lot more, but anyway. So I'm going to get these green beans harvested, maybe munch on them, because, you know, I just can't help myself. And yeah, get in this, to the wild jungle, to the wild jungle. I have so many volunteer tomato plants. If you see any tomato plants, which on this side of the high tunnel, there's like 50,000. These are all volunteers, which is baffling me in my blowing my mind hole in this climate we live in, which is a really cold climate, but got volunteer tomatoes in this high tunnel, and it is a wild jungle. So in the jungle, I see some green beans right here. Ooh. Whoa, that's a big one. Sometimes this is a volunteer. Look at all them tomatoes. You're so cute. There's so many little baby ones. I found that sometimes this plant is puny, but it does have sometimes the most green beans on it. Not sure why that is. This one's got nothing, or I've already harvested. Got some little ones I'm gonna leave on here. Like this was all green beans, and now it's all tomatoes. I think there are green beans in here. I still see some. I don't know if they're all right. I'm gonna see if I can strap you up here. Here you go. See this plant? This is tobacco. Oh, the flowers smell super sweet. So, two things about tobacco. This is a funny angle, but it is what it is. 2 things about tobacco. It smells wonderful. Now, I don't really smoke tobacco. I don't really do any of that myself, but you could grow it for preparations if you wanted it for bartering. If crap ever hits the fan, you know, you got to think about that sometimes, you know. Or you could just grow it because the flowers are beautiful and they come back every year and they smell amazing. I have had some that don't smell very good, but this white one is very sweet and aromatic. I love it. I love it. But the leaves are kind of sticky and tacky. So something I've learned is there's a little farm in Sisters, Oregon. Oh, wonderful. Sorry guys, I'm just like in heaven over here. One of my friends brought her niece over to my high tunnel last year, and she saw that we were growing tobacco, and she said, she works at that farm, and she said they plant tobacco at the end of every row, crop row, so when they get stung by a bee, they can mash up this tobacco and put it on the sting. It takes your pain away instantly. And I can attest to that because I've been stung a couple times in my garden, and the second one was on my finger, which is healing quite nicely, but I came up and crushed up some tobacco and put it on it, and the nicotine really does take away the pain. Oh, there's beans in here, but golly gee, it's hard to find. Blur. You guys out of control? Yeah. Yar. I don't even know how you see the light of day down there, but look, there you go. And the second thing is when the deer break into here, this is the first thing they go to, because I think they're addicted to the nicotine. Funny, not funny. But also, maybe that's my strategy. So if the deer break in, they're so addicted to the tobacco that they just come and gnaw on that instead of my tomatoes. Good plan. It was totally intentional. Okay, I'm gonna harvest these real quick. Absolutely loaded. Look at this. It doesn't even see the light of day. How? I had to move all these plants to get in here. It's just amazing. Oops. Oh my gosh. Look at all of them. Oh, takes me back. Brownsville. Oh, my stars and stripes. I'm still going, guys. Still going. And there's like 5 more plants in here like this, so here we go. Got anything? No. It just keeps going. Keep on going. It just keeps going. Holy mother. Oh my gosh. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? This is just insanity. Wonderful insanity, but oh. Do do do. Holy guacamole. Oh my stars and stripes. You are an overachiever, sir. You win the award. Oh, sorry. Did I ever tell you about the time, or times, when I was a little kid? Probably not. Because when I was a little girl, also No, this is in Eastern Washington. When we lived in Eastern Washington, we lived in a teeny tiny town called Pomeroy, Washington. And my dad, one of the places he grew up was in another small town, but bigger than Pomeroy, called Clark's. You hit the frog. I knew there was a frog in here. I knew it. Another small town, but not as small as Pomeroy, called Clarkston, Washington. Anyway, so every year at the elementary school, they would bring in the Missoula Children's Theater, and it was always my dream to be an actress. And I mean, I wouldn't turn it down now, you know what I'm saying? But like, I've grown. Anyway, when I was a child, I wanted to be an actress, and every year the Missoula Children's Theater would come, and I'd be so pumped up. I would memorize my lines. My parents would work with me. I was perfect. And every year, by the time audition came, they would make us do like in front of everybody, and I'd get stage fright, and I would just clam up, and I would just stand there, say nothing, do nothing, and just stand there. I wanted it so bad, but never got cast, ever. Every year. It was sad. My sister told me a story the other day. We were talking about this, and she's like, YouTube is just really perfect for you, Kylie, because I like to call myself an extroverted introvert, because we've moved so much, I've been forced to make friends. And my best friend Erica used to tell me I could make friends with the tree. I don't think that's true anymore, because I feel like I'm more introverted now, and especially now that I'm homesteader and I'm home a lot and I talk to a camera a lot. I know there's hundreds of you on the other side of this camera, but I don't actually see you, so I feel like I can just be myself and sing weird things and do weird things, and I have the goal to post it, and you all seem to like me. Some of you don't, but that's okay. I'm not for everybody. Nobody's for everybody, and if you're for everybody, then you're faking it. Okay. And my sister said she was there too, and she's 3 years older than me and 4 years in school, and would just be like, come on, Kylie, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And I never could. Never could. And then when I was in middle school, this was the last of my auditions. I went up and auditioned for a TV Disney movie in Pittsburgh when we lived in West Virginia, and it was like a coal mining movie. And my dad, for the heck of it, my mom might have too. Maybe they all did. And I got all my pictures ready to like turn in, and then we got a call, and I saw on the caller ID, because this is when they had caller ID, and I was like, "This is it! This is my call!" And then they're like, "Hello, is Kirk there?" And I was like, "Kirk." Not Kylie. Nope, Kirk. My dad got a part in the movie, but I didn't, and he couldn't do it because of work. But yeah, so YouTube is the perfect career for me, even though it's not really a career, it's just something fun I like to do. But y'all, if you see me out in public and you're like, oh, she's not as bubbly and friendly as she seems online, well, yeah, because I'm shy. And once you get to know me, I'm outgoing and fun and can be the life of the party. But in the meantime, come say hi. Be the first to say hi. I'm scared. Or obviously I don't even know if you know me, because you see me, I don't see you. The weird relationship we got going on here with me and you in this YouTube. It's funny. I should be making dinner for my family, but I got sidetracked by my onions, which was the video finished before this, and these green beans. And they're all at football, so nobody's nagging me for dinner. And I'm just like, you hungry? Here's a green bean. I'm kidding. We got leftovers. There's so many blossoms still on these, and so many baby green beans. Like this one was little, but that's okay. That I'm gonna be harvesting I would say well into October, if Lord willing and the creek don't rise, or Lord willing and the frost don't come. The hard frost. We've been getting frost every night. Most nights. Oh, guys, this is just glorious. This, I will tell you, every time I come back here, I get a little weary. It always feels like there's some creature in here, which obviously we know there's a frog, but like, I'm nervous about snakes. But fortunately, because we live in this elevation, I've never seen a snake on my property. We don't have any snakes here where I'm at. If they do, they came off the hay truck or something, or they're down at the river. We got some like gardeners. That freaked me out. We got some gardener snakes, but nothing scary. And I've seen a gardener snake on my parents' property, but I've never seen one here. Not saying it couldn't happen, but I've seen one down at the irrigation canal. We're so cold, and we have a benefit of not having a lot of creepy crawlies. But we do have frogs, and we do got toads, and sometimes it sounds like, oh, hello beauties. And sometimes it can sound like the deep south in Central Oregon because of the frogs. I saw some green beans on the plants I harvested yesterday, and they were, oh, look at these guys. Oh my goodness. Nice. I planted all sorts of varieties, guys. These are Provider, I think. And they are providing. Hello, beans. This apron holds a lot more than the other one. It is getting dark, y'all. It is getting dark. And time for bed. So once you get in the house, you can open this, and here's the exit for all your harvests, for all your goods. They're in here. It's like a kangaroo pouch, which is why it's called the Roo Apron. So we just flip that in, tie this up. Pretty cool, huh? I think I'm done for the night. Need to call it a day. I'm tired. There's a crazy bug. He's like, get out of my space, lady. Okay. Getting a little froggy and buggy out here. Oh dear. Hello. Oh, you'd see jungle. So sometimes your high tunnels. Oh, more beans. Oh, more beans. Oh, how did I miss it? Oh. Oh my gosh. Was I blind as a bat? Can you let me? Sometimes your high tunnel is a bloomin' disaster and is a bloomin' jungle. And you can be a little embarrassed of the state of it. But then you get pounds and pounds of green beans that you've never gotten before, and pounds of squash and cucumbers, and starting to get tomatoes. And you realize, who gives a rip? Who cares if it's a wild jungle? You're not having to come in here. I am. And I'm going to change it next year, but it sure is a wild beast. Oh, she is just wild. And she is glorious, and she is just lovely. And I'm soaking up every piece because who knows when it's going to be the last. Let's go see if we got any tomatoes. Getting dark. I can hardly see. Oh, I see. Good enough to get the tomato. Anybody else in here? No, it's too dark. It looks brighter on camera than it is in real life. Oh yeah, these tomatoes have been ready. I'm going to my best friend Erica's house tomorrow, and I'm gonna bring her some of these tomatoes. Well, all of these. I think she'll like them a lot. She wasn't able to have a garden this year. They had just moved onto their farm and they had twins. They tried to have one more, and they got two. So she's been they're really, babies aren't even 2 months old yet, and they weren't able to put their garden in. So bringing her some fresh tomatoes I think will be a delight. But it is dark. I'll show you what it looks like in real life. This is about where we're at right now. So the camera does me some good in adjusting for light, but looks can be deceiving. Hell, technology is glorious. I got a bunch of baby watermelons that are like this big. I don't think there's a chance in heck that they're gonna be ready. I got that one big one still hasn't came off the vine to me yet. Keep checking it. Seems like it's getting close. They're sugar baby watermelons, so it's not like it's gonna be that big. Sometimes, oh, yep. Sometimes when I walk this way, I find more. Well guys, this is where I part with you. So thank you so much for following along. Be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us grow. We're getting really close to some goals I got in my brain. It's been a real treat to be filming as much as I have, to share the garden with you so in depth. So thank you guys for following along with me, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys. Look at all of that. Glorious.